was 36 pieces of paper, and I'll probably never do that again.
Whoa.
My goodness.
That's a huge map.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I really want to explore the dungeon first before we get into combat, but
before everyone just like fucking goes to blows
yeah,
right now.
but at the same time, I'm like, I don't see a way to get out of this, honestly. So
You brought people in chains. They're gonna be put in the prisoner pits.
yeah. Okay, so I was here. How did I get?
I moved you because I assumed you were gonna. They asked you to block to like distract or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, I remember that.
So we don't know what you were gonna do, but we just went with that for now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So what did happen?
Yeah. So everyone's fighting their respective brood guards. Tyranny has taken a sword, bad from the poison in sort of the prison guards thing. Arias and Mortee have obtained their weapons, and they're going right. Like they are full on attacking each other.
Okay. Oh, I see now why we've run into the issue here. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I would definitely.
So I would like to run these two Malisons now. It's their turn in initiative, so I need to know what you're doing before that.
There's more of them?
So how does the sound? How do the sounds of combat sound to me at this point, being over here?
The thing that you have going for you best is that none of the enemies are wearing any armor, and most of them are fighting with tooth and claw, right? Okay. So the sound's not super loud, but these two Malisons at the door 100% see that there's a fight going on.
Okay.
There's like Mortee materialized in the altar room through Misty Step, right? Like they know there's a fight going on.
Oh, they know? The other people know?
Well, at least those two do.
Yeah. The guys all the way down the hallway, they're like replacing the Noth and his 4 brood guards are kind of like replacing they're taking away the pits and cranking the door closed. They're at the door, and there's this loud rumbling sound of they're like lazily closing the door, so there's this loud grinding sound as these big bronze doors are being closed. You're not sure that the people out there have seen the fight go down, but definitely these two guys that are guarding this door, they totally see.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so
I didn't realize that.
So I'm seeing.
I mean, they're direct line of sight with you.
So I'm seeing the situation, and
Sure.
And what I actually do is I say, "Guards, the prisoners are escaping!" And I try to like gesture for them to run over to help the
Kill us?
Yeah, help kill them.
Right.
Yeah.
Apparently Folly's a traitor.
And yeah, so okay, so and then you kind of like move out of the way for them to be able to do that.
Yeah. But what I do then is I ready my rapier to stab the last one who will pass by.
Okay.
From behind.
Cool.
And I'll be moving into a position where I'll be flanking them too, because unless. So wait, who's controlling the zombies at this point though? Because like,
they have basic orders that I heard to listen to your verbal commands, and then also Mortee can give
a bonus action to command them,
to give them like more fine-grained control.
Okay. So okay, yeah. So my plan is basically, as the second one passes by, I'm gonna yell at the zombies to attack, but like as different from Salita's voice as I can, so that if anyone hears,
okay,
my voice
cool.
yelling
that's super cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're stepping here.
Yeah.
Okay, first one runs past you, right?
Yeah.
30 feet. he has to go up on the altar, which is difficult terrain. So he's not going to quite be able to get to Mortee. So he's going to pull. He's got a longbow, and so he's going to try to take a couple arrow shots at Mortee with his longbow. That's going to miss. And then 17.
17 would hit, but Mortee is going to shield it.
Okay, so this one's firing off this longbow. The second one is going to throw the door open behind him.
What?
And he's going to yell into there. He's going to say, Night Speaker Fenthaza, you're in danger. And going to step forward to this position here and take a defensive position to sort of allow his high value target here to, let's see, I have her hidden from you guys. And she is going to step out into the hallway to, like, behind him, and like as if she's gonna run away. He says, the prisoners. There's a prison break in progress, and she looks like this. It was referred to as Night Speaker Fenthaza, and she looks like this.
She looks cool.
She's a level 3, right?
Lady.
A level 3 mouse.
Yeah. Well, she is a level 3 Melisson, but you've seen a level 3 Melisson before that was like armed with a scimitar and like the kind of like, you know, was gonna fight more or less how these other Melissons do.
Like a brute.
She strikes you as a caster. She has a long sword that splits into two at the end like a forked tongue, but it looks more like an arcane focus than a dueling blade.
Okay, and again, Nayana's very curious about her. Is there, like, does she look like she was human once and she was changed?
I mean, yeah, I showed you the picture, right? Like she looks like the other Malissons do. She's got the lower body of a serpent and upper body of a human.
So weird.
And she has a long forked blade and this long flowing sort of yellow cloak, cape, ribbon thing. And she's also got tied around her waist. She has this ornate blue and white stoppered bottle.
Nayana just kind of whispers in her direction, like, "Did you want to become this?"
You're real far away, and there's a lot of fighting between you and her.
Oh man, Nayana's really curious about her.
So this guy takes up a defensive position. I'll give you this attack. She's gonna come out here. So he's gonna get in the hallway to try to like stop the flow of guys into the hallway so that she can kind of evacuate. So go ahead and I think you have a ready to action, right?
Me? Yeah. Yeah. I make my attack.
This is a type 2 Malisson that's kind of up here in the hall. And he's taking a defensive position, and he's yelling names of Malissons that he recognizes among your ranks. And, what are you guys doing? Stop! The Night Speaker's in danger.
Yeah. I'm and that's it. I make my attack.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Stabbity. Oh my god. And I yell at the zombies, attack!
Yep. So the zombies are gonna all start making attacks. And I
guess whoever's next to him.
They move with that sort of undead click pop of their joints. Like they're not completely fluid. The 14's hit.
How many do you want me to roll?
It looks like 3 of them can attack, and actually one of them will have advantage on the attack.
Yeah.
So I'll give it to you on the second one. That's fine. So we'll call it 15 plus 8 is 24. Sorry,
Yep.
23. So he takes 23 damage as you guys all attack. And the one that he's most focused on is this pureblood, Salida, right? Who takes a swing. And he turns to you and he says, "Is this your play, Salida? Ross Nisi's reign ends here."
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow. Plot twist galore.
Yeah, man.
Okay. This is a game here.
Yeah. And so he makes the swings at you, and then he turns and he says, "Finthaza, they come for you. Find your loyalists, retreat."
What?
So
Oh my gosh.
there's
what
some
is
there's
happening?
definitely some internal fighting, obviously. Some
Yeah.
politicking
Total
that we had no idea about.
Top of initiative, it is Night Speaker Finthaza's turn.
No. No.
She looks in, and you can see that there's like just the barest flash of like pain in her face for retreating from knowing that her two loyal guards, right, are in danger here. And so she reaches down and she pulls this blue and white stoppered bottle that she has on her hip. Let's see, hold on. Is this an action? Okay, yeah. So she reaches down and she grabs this blue and white stoppered bottle, and she quickly with two hands holds it still and pops the cork out of the bottle. And very suddenly, there's for just one brief second, it's hard to breathe in the room. And then as the air comes rushing back into the room, there's just too much of it. There's just, the air is thick and heavy, and all the way back in the prison cells, there starts to be this swirling vortex as like rushing from the bottle and flying all the way down the whole hallway and ending in the far chamber. There's this intense rush of air as an air elemental is released from the bottle and surges down the hallway. Everybody in the altar room needs to make a strength save to remain standing, and everybody in the prison room is now caught inside of a swirling vortex caused by being inside of an air elemental.
So inside, we don't make the strength save?
Let me see how it's worded on the air elemental. No, you'll definitely still make a strength save. All of you guys will.
Okay.
So the Malison with the longbow stays up. The other one is knocked prone and takes 13 damage. Anyone who fails a DC, that's not it. I just had it. Anyone who fails a DC 13 strength save is going to take 13 bludgeoning damage, be flung up against a back wall, and be knocked prone.
Chad still has to roll, I think.
Yeah, he's probably going to pass.
Pass the save, no damage.
No damage. Just pass the save, you just remain standing. The brood guards 2 pass and 2 fail, and they're thrown back against different walls.
Wait. What happened? What about
They're
me?
in there too. You need a strength save. Did you pass?
Oh, I guess all of
I
the
failed.
Melisons too, right?
Yeah, all of those guys. Like the air is just like there's just this force of an elemental being summoned in a tight space.
But when you say fly to the back wall, would that apply to me too? Like, would
Did you fail your
fly this far? Yeah.
No. You would fly. You would like smash into this zombie back here behind you.
Oh, behind me. Oh, I see.
Like imagine that he surged down that passage and pushed everyone away from it.
Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense.
What happened to me?
So yeah, I don't know how much of that you missed, but Nightmare Speaker Fenthaza has joined the fight, and she releases an air elemental that she keeps in a bottle tied to her waist, and it surges down the hall, ending in the prison cells, creating this whirling tornado in the prison cells. Everyone needs to make a strength save, DC 13. On success, nothing happens. On failure, you take 13 damage and fly away from it up against the wall. Yeah, so you stand your ground as an air elemental flies through you.
Rawr.
I don't know why, but the zombies don't have the right life, but I'll fix it as we go.
Okay, cool. I'll fix it for you afterwards, for your token too.
Doesn't Fenthaza think we're now pledging allegiance to her?
So, no. So what happened here, right? So this Malison sees Salida try to stab him, and he says, "Is this your place, Salida? Rosnisi's reign ends here. Fenthaza, gather your loyalists and get to safety."
Oh, okay.
So the Malison here believes that you guys work for Rosnisi and are here to shut down Nightmare Speaker Fenthaza.
Oh. Why is she Nightmare Speaker?
Why is she Nightmare Speaker? That's how she was introduced.
Oh. Nayana yells out to her, "We want to destroy Rosnisi too. We're with you."
I don't think you can see her
going
right now.
Down. What?
I don't know if Nayana can see her, right?
I don't think Nayana can see her. I don't think that she could hear Nayana either way, right? Like there's a huge fight breaking down here. So that's Fenthaza's turn. And then with that, she runs.
Don't run, you coward!
She runs 30 feet to there.
Wait, we want her on our team.
And then as she's running down the corner, you see her look at Noth and start to speak, and then she shakes her head and turns the corner.
The other way?
Yeah, she's going south. She doesn't have the movement to do this, but she's looking to go south.
Got it.
The big bronze doors are closing, or almost closed at this point, so it's faster for her to run south. Nayana, it's your turn. You're in a room with a lot of stuff going on, including an angry air elemental.
Yeah. At this point, we're pretty loud.
Yeah, just the sound of the air elemental leaving the jar. Like I said, it's like the air was sucked out, and then like a boom as way too much air is forced into way too small of an area. It's like all of the air in all of these rooms is what's needed to make this air elemental, and it all surges together, leaving a vacuum in its place. That there's like a rushing sound as air from elsewhere in the complex rushes in to sort of fill the void caused by this air elemental.
I think we got to get out of this room, guys.
I think we gotta get out of there.
Yeah. If it's an air elemental, will fire help it? No, probably not. Nayana is gonna try her storm spear now, and she's going to fight the storm with the storm, I guess. She's going to point towards the air elemental, and she's going to...
So storm spear is a 20-foot radius, right?
Yeah. Am I there?
Oh yeah, you'll hit the entire room. You'll hit everybody.
Oh, shoot! I don't want to hit everybody. Damn it! Can't seem to do anything I want to do. If I erupt Earth, it'll still do the same. Crap. I guess she's going to get her flaming sphere and she's going to throw it at the air elemental to see what.
Okay, cool. So in this, like the air elemental, like it's a token on the board, right? But it really fills this room. There's just this whirling vortex, and every once in a while, in this like wind that distorts your vision, you see a face open, like this like ghostly mouth, and then it's just whipped around in the wind like it's in a blender, right? But you're able to. Let me see your attack, or it's a save, right? On the
this
flaming sphere.
A save.
Is it a save?
I don't know. Let me find it. I'm struggling right now.
All right, well, show me the damage on it whenever you get around to it.
Okay.
The
Morty sees her do that and yells at her, "Get out of the room!"
What did I just do?
cool. So he takes some fire damage, and there is a flaming sphere being whipped around in the room by this violent sentient tornado.
Oh no.
And it's you still have your movement and your bonus action if you want it.
Yeah, I'm gonna run.
Okay.
I'm gonna run near Morty, and
So as you disengage, right, you leave. This brood guard was like all up on you, tooth and nail, and he's gonna take another attack at you. He's gonna miss, and the Malison here is also gonna bring this poison scimitar at you. That's a 16. I don't think that hits you. With
I'm at 16.
Sorry, it's a 15. He doesn't have advantage.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He has a roll of 15, 16. So those two swing at you, don't hit, but the air elemental itself is going to use its reaction to try to like where you're trying to go. There's just this wall of hard air. He rolls a 26 to hit.
Yep. That'll
And you
hit.
get slammed by just this concussive wind for 14 bludgeoning damage.
Dang. Okay.
But you get out.
And
Where
is that
you're
action, like my bonus action.
that was your movement. You still have your bonus action.
Okay, I'm gonna heal myself.
Yep.
I just took another 14, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely healing.
So you go ahead and heal yourself. You can handle that. Arias, you're up.
Okay. I think I'm confused about the snake lady. She came out and she attacked.
So basically what happened is these two
Wait, and
guys
did my turn get skipped?
Oh, did I? I might have. I'm so sorry. Let's do Tyranny first, but do you want me to explain the situation?
Yeah, explain
Okay.
it.
So you guys start this whole prison break scenario, right? In a direct line from here, there were two guards standing guard at this door, right? They were guarding Nightmare Speaker Fenthaza's private quarters. And when the fight breaks out, one of them rushes in to fight. The other runs into her door and says, Fenthaza, that you're in danger. We have to retreat. Fenthaza comes out and starts to run away, but before she does, she unleashes this air elemental, this pet that she has that she keeps in a bottle around her waist. One of her guards is attacked by Folly, who looks like Salida, and he says, "Oh, Salida, this is your play. Ross Nisi's reign ends here. This won't work." And then he tells Fenthaza to get to safety. So he thinks that you guys are working for Ross Nisi here to assassinate Fenthaza.
And Fenthaza is against Rosnisi.
But at the moment, she's very afraid of the assassins in her prison chamber.
And she's a snake lady, but against Ross Nisi.
That's what you hear.
All right.
So you're up, Tyranny.
Okay. So I gotta get out of this room too.
Yeah, but I mean, there's people. You're surrounded, right? Like there's a whole situation going down here.
Can I stab him and then run?
Yep. You can try to hit this one the one that you've been beating on this whole time. It looks very weak.
Yeah. Let's get him down. Shot.
That hits.
Shot.
That kills him.
Sweet. And then I run. Oh, no. Wrong way. There we go. And then I run over here. Whoa.
So the air elemental and the Mortee would get attacks, but they've already used their reaction.
Okay.
So you run out of the room.
Yeah.
There's a guy with a longbow standing up on top of the altar.
Oh, can I make it to him?
Yeah, you can make it to him. You're very fast.
Watcha.
Yep. So you still have your other attacks. 17 hits him.
Watcha.
11. That hits. 9. And then you've got Flurry of Blows if you want it for one more.
Yeah, let's just do that real quick.
9 doesn't hit, though. If you stand like literally anywhere else, you'll be flanking him, so you'll have advantage. So go ahead and roll it again.
Okay.
Like any square besides the one you picked. 12 still doesn't hit him. Oh, wait. 12 does hit him. Let me see.
Oh, it does?
Yeah. He's this big, shirtless, buff guy with snakes for arms. He's got no armor.
Oh.
I don't know how he shot a longbow. In hindsight, he shouldn't.
Right? Yeah.
He used his snakes to grab something and throw it.
Nice improv, DM.
Yeah. They're definitely level 2 Malison. So, okay. Now Arias. The room that you're in is now full of bad guys, including a very angry air elemental.
Yeah, that's true.
Mortee will motion to the lever.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. But do I need to do a check to decide whether an air elemental could just go through a portcullis?
An air elemental could definitely just go through a portcullis.
Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna attack.
Yeah, that's not a thing.
I'm gonna attack the air elemental before I go.
Yeah, the air elemental has air form. The elemental can enter a hostile creature space and stop there, and it can move through a space as narrow as 1 inch wide without squeezing.
Cool. All right, attack.
Okay, bring it. That hits.
17.
Oh, that's damage.
That'll
Like as one of these faces materializes, right? You just completely disperse it with your trident, and it seems to the wind gets choppy and seems damaged. There's almost like a scream to the sound of the wind wailing in this room.
Also, who has my Wickla and my bow?
One of these zombies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take one and grab it from them.
18 hits.
7.
7. Nice.
Oh yeah.
Anything else on your turn?
Hold on. I'll
Rage.
activate rage.
Yep. 3 damage across the board.
And then I'll step out and close the portcullis. Which side is it on? Up, down?
Down, probably. The other one has a barrel there, so.
I'm gonna
You pull the lever, and the portcullis, there's like a click, click, and then the portcullis just drops. Slams on the ground, bounces, and then falls into position.
And then I think I'll try to, I don't know, stand between Mortee and the air elemental.
Okay. Okay, Folly, you're up.
All right. Well, first of all, I stand up, of course,
Uh-huh.
and
You hit the ground hard from that.
from the air
From the air
elemental,
elemental.
knock me down. Then what I do is as kind of like a Hail Mary on trying to capture this high value target
Mm-hmm.
that she totally has in her sights right now.
Mm-hmm.
She is gonna cast Phantasmal Force.
Okay, so you want to step to like here so you can see her?
Yeah.
Because she's all the way down the hallway, right? Like,
Yeah. Well, so what I'm gonna do? Yeah, actually, yes. But I want to cast and then come back probably. 'Cause
yeah,
I
go
wanna
to
stay.
this square instead.
Okay. Yeah. So that requires her to make a save.
What kind? It's intelligence. Right?
Intelligence, which I'm sure she has pretty good score. But again, it's a Hail Mary regardless, because.
Okay, what's the illusion?
So the illusion that I have in mind is that it's gonna be
May.
Huh?
It's gonna be May.
Oh.
Oh god.
It's gonna be like it's gonna be an image of Dendar, like what we've seen sculpted, but like kind of a horrifying, like as horrifying as it can. Like the feeling is gonna be very like almost like apocalyptic, like sickly, twisted version of it,
Okay.
as opposed to like what she might have been hoping for,
Okay.
being
So you come up with like the most apocalyptic Dendar that you can, right?
yeah, and it's gonna be in front of her and aiming to push her back through the hallway towards us,
Okay.
and moving towards her basically in that direction.
Okay. So you chose Dendar the Night Serpent, something that she is intensely familiar with, right? Something that
That's
she
true.
would see through this illusion like no problem. So she has advantage on her save.
Yeah.
She rolls a 4 and a 12. So she like immediately I would say falls to her knees, but she doesn't have knees. She coils low, right? And she looks up at this immense serpent that only she can see. And she says, I knew it. You come tonight. There's no reason to wait.
Crazy.
What?
Well, is she saying? Well, so is she? So I lost tongues as a result, I believe.
You can hear her speak.
Oh
She's
no,
speaking.
never mind. Oh, okay. But actually, it's not concentration. I forgot. I forget that's
Tongues, isn't it?
comprehend, not tongues.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you hear her
Cool.
no problem too. Like
Cool.
she's speaking to who she believes is Dendar the Night Serpent, and she says it is exactly how I imagined it.
God damn it.
And she says, and with this, she turns back to look at you guys down the hallway, and there's this like fervor in her eyes, and she says, "With you at my back, I could devour the world."
Whoa.
Yeah,
So-
it looks like she's coming back this way.
Oh wow.
Okay.
We gotta kill her. We're trying to kill Rasmaces too.
I get brood guards now. Brood guards all throw themselves at the portcullis and all start trying to lift it. And they suck. They all suck.
Do you even lift, bro?
These 4 brood guards, though, like they see Fenthaza and they all sort of fall to their knees. And then as she turns around, they sort of fall in line behind her. They don't see the illusion, so they step right through it. And you see Noth at the far side. You see him. He looks down the hall. He looks at Fenthaza. He looks at the brood guards. He takes all of this in, and then he dashes south.
Hey Eugene, what was the plan with turning her around?
I want to capture her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also I could kill her and steal her shadow.
I mean, it's dope. Mortee,
Oh
you're
wait,
up.
wait! I can't use it more than once a day. No.
You're gonna have to take a sleep. You're gonna have to take a sleep.
All
Right now.
Mortee,
Okay.
Yeah. So
what are you gonna do here?
While he goes to sleep.
You gotta kill the bro next to me, or else I'm gonna lose concentration if he hits me, possibly.
but I mean, I feel like even if she doesn't see him right away, she's still gonna come back believing that he's with her, right?
Huh?
Let me read the spell. I don't know if she'll realize it's an illusion. Let's see. That's a good question.
I thought she did realize if it was an illusion.
No, she thinks that this is her god, Dendar the Night Serpent, at her back.
Oh man. Okay.
She's empowered.
Boy.
And the most horrific nightmare that you could think of Dendar is exactly what she was looking for.
Whoa. That's sick stuff.
I think the Dendar should say, wait, no, just wait.
You guys are in a situation, aren't you?
Yes.
A little bit.
This is cool.
So generally speaking, it seems like the spell description is indicating that if the spell breaks, then they realize the
Sure.
illusion.
Then don't let it break.
Illusion.
All right. So with that in mind, and having seen that guy sprint away, we're just going to use a bonus action to tell the boys to destroy to get between him and this one, and the rest to destroy this one. Just
Sure. So you just pile on him.
yeah.
Let me see a bunch of attacks. You're looking for 12s to hit these Melisons. And you've got advantage. I'm just going to let you sum up your damage. How many attacking him? 5?
You've got 2 more over.
That's enough. That's going to kill him.
Yeah. Sweet. So and then with his main action, Woody's gonna pop off something he's not done before, but he's kind of excited about seeing a group of them down there. Sickening Radiance.
Okay.
Centered on what's her name?
Fenthaza?
Yeah. So that
Oh, interesting.
it'll light up the hallway, it'll light up down.
But it's like a weird light, right? Like it's like this this light that almost seems to like deepen shadows rather than dismiss them. It's like the places where the light touches seem almost more shadowed than the places that it doesn't. But it's like this like invert black light, weird, horrible light. What do I need to do?
Con saves.
Okay, Fenthaza rolls a 2. And then the brood guards with her pass, fail, fail, fail. So one passes, we'll say the top one passes, and then it's half damage.
Um,
and suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
yeah, no, there's no half damage. They either pass or.
Okay, so the top one takes nothing. And then the bottom 3 in Fenthaza, I'll take 4d10 radiant.
What about this, bro?
And they're lit up and feel exhausted.
You want to hit him?
This bro's in 25 feet.
Do you want to hit him?
So,
Depends on where you place it.
Yeah,
You tell me if you want to hit him.
it would be centered directly on her. It's meant to, because from being in both these rooms, Mortee didn't see a door to the south, so it seems like a choke point right there. So Mortee would definitely do it right on her.
So
Choke this area out.
yeah, so he passes the save.
Okay.
He's a Mortee, got advantage on saving throws.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's super cool. You deal some massive damage. Fenthaza doesn't seem like this strange light, this this exhaustion that she feels. To her, this is all what it feels like to stand in the shadow of your god.
Oh man.
Can I get well, I guess you guys don't all see this illusion. Okay, I know how this goes. Okay, Mortee now, the Malisons. This one here sees that Tyranny is in a weakened state and steps forward. Actually, he doesn't have to step forward, so he won't. And he makes 2 bites with his bite arms. 15 to hit on both of them.
No.
Okay. So that doesn't hit.
I slap the snakes.
This Mortee that's stuck in the air elemental chamber throws one of the brood guards out of the way and just starts going and heaving on the bars to try to get him open. He also sucks.
Also, by the way.
Also.
And now it's Fanthaza and the air elemental's turn. First, I want to resolve the air elemental, who is going to surge right into here, share a space with Orias, and just go for the slam. 25 to hit for 11 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then 13 to hit.
Oh.
Okay, so there's an air elemental sharing a space with you. The tornadoes come this way. He surged right through the portcullis. It didn't bother him at all.
Yeah, well, maybe something else is gonna bother him.
Does the sickening radiance hit on my turn or only on their turns?
I don't know. Let me read it.
The wording.
When a creature moves into the spell's area for the first time or starts its turn there. Okay, technically it doesn't hit them until their turn.
Okay.
So, but because they're gonna have a turn, it's fine.
Yeah, and then on the next turn.
On their next turn, if they stand, if they're still in it.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, so Fanthaza now is going to. She's going to basically like. She reaches into into a pouch of her, like this long flowing cloak that she has. And when her hand comes out, it's covered in this like pink powder, right? And she claps her hands together, and she points at Solida Folly, right? And as she does this pink powder flies from her hands and creates this serpent in the air. And it just slams into Folly, and like just forces itself into your nose and your ears and your mouth.
Ew.
I need an intelligence saving throw from you.
You like to eat snakes?
No, I'm bad at eating snakes. I'm gonna drop inspiration and try that again.
Okay. So, you look around and maybe you help me with this. Fanthaza taps into the nightmares of a creature and creates an illusory, immobile manifestation of the creature's deepest fears, visible only to that creature.
Wait, I'm sorry to interrupt real quick. She was casting this on Solida, or what's her name? Cast this on
Folly.
On Folly, Solida.
But I thought she was in a trance.
She's empowered by her god. But Mortee's gonna try a counterspell.
Oh, sorry. So yeah, this you absolutely would normally counterspell is great. This is not a spell. This is something. This is an item that she has.
Got it.
This is this powder, and it smells of this citrusy smell as it comes in. It seems like this is what she was messing around with in the room. Also, I think this will be cool. So, Folly. So what is Folly's worst nightmare?
My worst nightmare would probably be to be stuck as a slave again and be under the master who I was raised under.
Yeah, it's like that, except the master that you were raised under is a living snake.
Oh my
And
god! Like, is it just his head on top of the like?
yeah,
replacing
and
the snake's
you're
head?
bitten every day by this
Oh my
poisonous snake, and
Jesus.
each time your will to fight back is reduced, right? And here you are surrounded by these snakes, right? You believe that it's real, and you take 11 psychic damage.
Son of...
And
Do I need to roll Constitution for that?
no,
Or psychic damage?
Yeah, I think you're okay.
Okay.
Just because like she's not actively fighting your illusion here either,
Oh,
right?
interesting. Okay, yeah.
And so she starts to kind of walk down this hall now towards you, and as this sort of like citrusy smell envelops this room, I'd like Arias to make a religion check.
Religion, eh?
Okay, no, it's okay.
Exactly average.
Just you think that this sort of she's weaponizing what is normally a meditative sort of trance-inducing recreational, so to speak, chemical, right? And she has it weaponized here. But as you catch like the barest whiff of it, you have a brief vision. You're back in the jungles of Chult. This is instantaneous, doesn't take your turn. You're back in the jungles of Chult. But you're watching as two larger than life figures walk through the jungle. And as they walk, life springs up in their footsteps. The two figures, one is a Chultan man, bare-chested, covered in tattoos of mazes and holding a spear. He walks, and where he steps, flowers grow. The trees are emboldened that he touches as he walks past. To his left is a larger-than-life green serpent with stars in its eyes, just infinite blackness and stars. And where the serpent slithers, rivers are created. Where it stops and coils, becomes a lake. And as they travel through the jungles of Chult, life and beauty comes to the jungle. And you wake up from that. And that's Fenthaza's turn. Nayana?
So is she in a trance right now?
She 100% believes that illusion behind her is her god come here on her wishes to kill you.
Okay, and if I hurt her, then that illusion it goes away, right?
That illusion goes away, you said?
Yeah, I'm asking.
Not necessarily.
No.
It doesn't?
It's not her.
Yeah. Folly's the one casting that illusion. And it's sort of what's keeping her here fighting you. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah.
Folly thinks it's good.
Folly can control it to attack her on her turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely you can still do that action. But I think that Dendar the Night Serpent is not a illusion that would prevent her from fighting.
Okay. So
Attack harder.
Huh?
I said attack, like Dendar saying, attack faster, harder. And he beat her.
You're failing as my minion.
let's see. I'm close to everyone, right? So if I do erupting earth, then it would.
Well, there's a bunch of guys trapped behind a portcullis trying to get out. There's Fenthaza and 4 brood guards at the end of the hallway. There's a couple targets now.
Yeah. My target would be Fenthaza. I'm going to do erupting earth in her direction.
It's great. Anything that makes it harder for people to come running at us right now, because I feel like the entire dungeon's gonna be coming our way.
Yeah, great. So let me see that 3d12 bludgeoning damage as they all try to make dexterity saves. Plaza has advantage on this. She still fails though.
I made a mistake. 3d12.
Just roll 2 more 12s. That's fine.
Let's see.
Wow, this one guy's a rock star at the top
he?
here. Okay, so we're looking at 15 damage, 15 to Fenthaza. She takes it all. 15 to some of these brood guards. Some of the brood guards look real bad. Oh man, that radiance is big. I realized she's still in it. Okay. Tyranny.
Oh wait.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, Nayana.
I have a bonus action of my flaming sphere.
Oh yes, the flaming sphere is in here. What do you want to do with it?
I'm gonna. Did it do any damage to the elemental thing?
It did, but I'd prefer you not to run it for me.
That's right. You're right next to him. I'm just gonna throw a flaming sphere at Fenthaza.
So it can't get that far. That's very far away.
Oh, okay. Is there someone that's hurting one of my group members right now?
You could hit any of these guys in this chamber, or you could hit Orias.
Oh yeah. Maybe
Obviously,
not.
there's only one correct choice here.
All right, Polly.
There's one right in the middle of the room.
Okay.
I would hit the guy that's a snake.
All right. I'm gonna go for that guy.
Okay, he has advantage on his saves because he's a sweet.
Do I just cast it, right?
Yeah, just that damage. Just the damage on it.
Okay.
And then it'll be Tyranny.
Sorry about that.
That's fine.
I just wanted to hurt or kill those people. Okay, I'm just gonna
Kill him.
You just cast it on this guy, or?
She cast it on this guy in here.
What's happening, darling men?
I don't know. They're all dancing.
Sorry, I was
Yeah,
trying
it's all good. Tyranny, what are you doing? You're hurt.
Okay. So, I want to grab my bow and shoot at her, but are we
Sure.
trying not to hurt her? But she's attacking us, so we kind of have to.
She's pretty hurt already.
All right, so let's just get her down. And I was going to say hit her in the knees, but she doesn't have any knees.
She has no
Okay.
knees.
She has no knees. What am I going to aim at? I don't know. All right, so I grab my bow
Yep.
and I flip over here so I don't kill any zombies. But I don't have to kill them.
I think that's fine. Yeah, you probably find a path through there. You have a lot of movement.
Okay, and then I longbow.
That hits. I'll hit too. 8 and 6. All right, all right. Yeah, she looks beat up, and she says, "I bleed for you, Dendar."
Well,
She says, "You have come, and you will have your meal."
Folly's like, yes.
Shouldn't we try to like make sure she doesn't die and use or assist her, or her motives are bad as well?
yeah.
Well, she wants to summon a god who seems a
Just
little
gonna kill
apocalyptic
everything.
at this point.
It's just two different apocalypses that we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Basically.
But we
Wait,
we
what?
would need her help to kill Rosnesis.
Do we?
We don't need her help to like fight people per se. I just want to extract information from her and
All right.
potentially take over her as a disguise.
Okay. Should I run up and punch her, or is that good enough for my turn?
I mean, yeah, you're probably low on movement, squeezing past all these zombies.
Yeah. And if I go in here, then something.
You can step with the wind, though.
You could just get closer perhaps and like squeeze into this room.
Well, I need an unarmed strike. There's no point in doing that,
I
really.
wouldn't go into that circle of death either.
Yeah, the circle hurts real bad.
Oh,
Sickening
I think I'm
radiance.
Alright. Good then.
Okay.
Wait, so wow, she takes 40/10 every turn she's in there.
Yeah. Well, she has
Whoa.
to save again.
Oh, okay. That's intense.
The best part of it.
Yeah, Arias.
Well, I'm gonna attack the guy that's in front of me.
Okay, the air elemental. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, air elemental.
I think you need a 15 to hit him. Yes, you need a 15 to hit him.
Ooh. Haha.
Haha.
15 damage.
Yep.
Yep. Anything else?
Bonus action attack.
Yeah. 17 will hit him.
7.
Another 15. So no, 17. Jeez, that's a lot of damage, bro. Chill out on that. The air elemental looks very thin at this point.
Cool. I think I'm gonna hold my ground.
Okay. Folly, you are living your worst nightmare. Everyone here is bidding on you, and the prices are low.
Can you not? So yeah, so what is the mechanical effects anyways?
Basically the same as what you cast on her.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah. Called Invoke Nightmares. You are frightened of the manifestation, believing it to be real. So you have disadvantage on your attack rolls. Actually, it just says you're frightened. So you're
frightened.
You're frightened, yeah.
Ooh.
So you have disadvantage on attack rolls. And at the end of your turn, you'll make a save, and if you fail it, you will take 11 psychic damage.
Can I do this?
Yes.
But since I'm not re-rolling any saving throws, it won't help me, right?
You do re-roll a saving throw.
Oh, I do. Okay, cool.
So yeah, you fall back on like a song that, like from your childhood or something.
Yeah. Like I'm
soothing.
feeling really, really scared, and like I'm breaking out in cold sweats. Like you can start to see like my makeup start to kind of almost like glisten as a result, and I kind of like strike up a comfort song of mine that I used to sing when I was a slave, and it kind of sounds like a lullaby almost, and I sing it in this like quivering voice, and I break out my lute. I had the lute strapped the whole time.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
I think the guards perhaps presumed it was just loot from the prisoners or whatever.
Yeah. So let's see that saving throw.
Oh, so I do that now?
Well, end of your turn, so you have a bonus action too.
Oh, okay. But I would take the 11 damage now?
No, only if you fail the save.
Oh, okay.
End of your turn, you get to save again. If you fail the save, the illusion remains and you take 11 damage. If you pass the save...
Okay, cool. It's a bonus. So I am done failing my rolls. I'm going to also...
Bardic Inspiration yourself?
Yeah, Bardic Inspiration myself. God damn it.
Okay, roll yourself.
And in my lullaby, I like add like almost like a guitar solo, like, you know, strum of just like 4 bars to just kind of inspire myself. But yeah, that's what I do. And I think that's my turn. I don't know if there's anything else I want to do. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, save.
Oh,
Intelligence.
Intelligence, right. Okay, advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just the illusion just falls apart, right?
Yes. Okay. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah, you exhale like the last of that vapor, right? And still in and out of the fight that you're fighting in. This just reminds me, sort of in and out of this fight that you're fighting in. Orias is sort of taken back to the jungle of Chult, and the mood is different now. You sense that these two, this man and this serpent, are fearful that others have come to take their beautiful creation, their home. And you see like a slideshow of epic fights taking place around you, for demons, elementals, and each time the duo emerges victorious, defeating these people that would take their home from them. And each time the serpent grows larger as he devours each foe.
But the man stays the same.
Mm-hmm. But the man is still larger than life.
And do I have any idea who these two are?
I mean, the symbology on the man is very reminiscent to you, right? Like you've seen the shield that you found that first led you on this quest, is covered in a symbology very similar to these tattoos. But yeah, the man stands easily 12 feet tall, and the serpent, feet around. These are larger than life, immense creatures, and they fight demons and they fight elementals, and every fight fiercer than the last. But they fight together to defend their home.
And the serpent doesn't look like Dendar?
The serpent is a green serpent with eyes that seem to fall forever into stars.
Okay.
And then now you're back and you're surrounded by an air elemental, and it's very reminiscent of this fight that you just witnessed of these two individuals fighting off a trio of air elementals larger, bigger than this one. But like you find yourself feeling as though you are the man in this story, right?
Oops, Al is with us.
Okay, so the brood guards continue to try to open the door with their raw strength. They're really, really bad at this so far, but maybe they'll get it here. The brood guard is able to lift the gate just enough for one of them to slip through before it slams back shut behind. And this one is going to take his 2 attacks at Orias, 15 to hit and 19 to hit.
19 hits.
10 piercing damage.
How much?
10. 5 for you, probably.
Right, that's 5.
Mortee.
All right.
Handle this, Mortee.
Yeah. So, seeing a nice grouping and knowing that his buddy, his water buddy can take it, because he's good like that. Morty's gonna drop a fireball in that room, meaning to hit that room and the fire elemental as well.
The air elemental. Yeah. Let's see a fireball.
Oh boy.
So Orion should have advantage on the save and resistance to it?
Yeah, so
Bitch.
this could be real nothing.
Is that a 32 fire damage?
Wow, that's pretty rough.
Yeah, it is.
Bruh?
Whoa,
Bro?
that's insane.
Morty's popping off, but he's not going to be able to do it for much longer.
Whoa, only 2 of the dice was below average. Holy shit.
Yeah, and they would.
Baby.
Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna take a quarter.
Yeah, 8 damage. Ain't no thing.
Okay, so the 2 that are still alive passed their save. The others failed. The air elemental fails and is vaporized.
Sweet.
Cool.
That helps a little, right?
Did he
Yeah.
vaporize into air?
And then bonus action, the boys to finish this. Hopefully, finish this Melisande in the middle of the room off.
Sure. Let me see a bunch of attacks. That's a lot. You should have more attacks than that, right? Yeah. Okay. That's gonna kill him.
Sweet. That's Morty's turn.
As there's this intense heat coming off this fireball, right? But like you dodge most of it. You find cover. So there's just this like radiant warmth of it that, you know, it hurts a little bit, but it also just seems to enhance this dream vision trip that you're on. You see now that some time has passed again, and they're no longer fighting. The serpent's eyes are no longer black and full of stars, but shine with radiant light. And everywhere he looks, like the jungle just springs to life, like beams of radiant warmth from his eyes cause the jungle to flourish and grow. He looks at birds and they erupt with beautiful long feathers, and parrots, become parrots. And he looks at normal flowers and they become these immense, carnivorous plants that live in Chult. You just see like just beauty and danger and power erupting from the serpent's eyes, and they sing as they walk through the jungles of Chult, until they reach the edge of the jungle, and everywhere outside of the jungle it is very, very dark.